Today, we have a sweat session that's going to get that heart rate up. It's going to burn a ton of calories. It's going to be a total body workout. You're going to be in and out in under 15 minutes, and it's knee friendly. Let's go. Hi, I'm Clinton, and welcome to another Empower Fit workout where it's all about epic individuals like yourself wanting to be the best version you can be. Now today, we have a great sweat session in store. We're going to be in and out in 14 minutes and 15 seconds. That's right, we're going to be done in under 15. It's knee friendly, it's a total body workout, but we're going to get a bit of dew on the brow, get our heart rate up, burn a ton of calories, have a bit of fun doing it. Now the way it's going to roll, we're going to have 30 seconds of lower intensity work. Now that's going to be predominantly core focus, and our heart rate is going to drop and keep at that baseline. Then we're going to have 45 seconds of higher intensity work where that heart rate will spike. And so throughout the 14 minutes and 15 seconds, we'll see the heart rate gently creep up initially, then it'll go higher. Come back down slowly, hit that baseline, spike up, come back down. That's the way this interval session will work. Now, the 45 seconds worth of work, we're incorporating some dumbbell flows. That's where we're taking a couple of dumbbell movements, we're mashing them together so they flow from one end to the next. Now, they're really, it's a fun way to train. It's also a very effective way to train, and it's a tremendous way to keep that heart rate up. So I think it's just about time we get this show on the road. So let's rip into it. Pay attention to the instructions as we go. Keep mindful of the technique because I'm going to be coaching you through the entire thing. But let's go. All right. Today we are starting with our plank. So we're going to have a regular plank, a side plank, and also the other side plank. Right, so with our planks, we'll just make our way down into starting position. Key theme here, we're kicking off in 5 seconds time. All right, so as I was saying, the key theme here, if you can go off the knees, you go off the knees. If you struggle off the knees, go off the toes, that's completely okay. But what I want you thinking about is I want you tucking your tail down. Tuck your tail down between the legs, and then I want you to try and pull your elbows towards your toes, and then pull your toes towards your elbows. And that you will find will really engage the core, the whole chain, the anterior chain we call it. So we're going to be pulling those toes up, pulling our elbows down, and you should get the shapes up done correctly. All right, now, like I say, that just gets our heart rate started to our baseline. Now, our first dumbbell flow. It is a sprinter's lunge, step forward, push press. All right, so sprinter's lunge, little mini clean push press. So alternate that side that you're stepping back with. And as you're doing this one, have a look at how that front shin is vertical. It's working the leg. We're getting a good bit of glute, a little bit of quad work, but it's knee friendly. Step back, pop up, drive. All right, now we're getting into our side plank. So with our side plank, I want you pulling don't let that shoulder ride up, pull that shoulder back and down, a nice straight line from the nose through to the toes. Pull your shoulders back and down, sit nice and tall. You'll be feeling this on the underside here. If you need to go off the knees, that's fine, as long as you push the hips forward. All right, so now we're getting into a thing called a cluster. Now, a cluster, we're doing it as a hang cluster. So it's a clean plus a thruster. So clean, squat, and press. So hang clean, squat, and press. Oop, not all the way down yet. That's it, drive those knees out to the toes. All right, now we are side planking again, but the other side. So hips up, engage through the core, pull your shoulders down, nice straight line, nose to toes. All right, up on the feet again. Now, the next one we've got is an elevated plank row. So get into a plank position, pull that dumbbell in. I want you going for 5 reps on one side, and then you'll go for 5 reps on the other side. Plank position, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Now really need to emphasize pulling your shoulder blades together. All right, so now we're going into the V-ups. Now these are alternating V-ups. So what you're doing from here, head and shoulders back, up to one toe, up to the other toe. Now, I should stress on that previous exercise, always, always, always start on your non-preferred side, because it's not always that you're going to be finishing up with even numbers on both sides. All right, now we have a 45-second rest. So that is our first round. That's giving you a bit of a chance to get a feel for what it's like. What we're going to do now, if that felt okay, we'll hustle through things a little bit. We'll move a little bit quicker. All right, so we're going to start with our plank. So ways you can build up that intensity is quicker on your transitions, getting from one exercise into the next with less downtime, or faster movement. Faster movement is a great way to build the intensity, providing your technique is on point. And if you have more than one pair of dumbbells, you could look at going heavier for some exercises. All right, planking. And away we go. Tuck your tail down. Pull your elbows to your toes, toes to your elbows. And while you're here as well, squeeze your butt cheeks, clench your thighs. I want everything tense, from your shoulders through to your heels. Pull those elbows down to your toes, toes to your elbows. Tuck that tail down, clench your butt cheeks, clench your thighs. Done correctly, you'll be shaking very, very quickly. All right, moving quickly now, dumbbell. We're into our sprinter's lunge, into a push press. Step and press. Sprint lunge, step and press. So as you do these sprinter's lunge, keep that weight on the front heel. Try and keep your shins vertical. As you're doing a push press, keep the weight on the heel as well. Everything should be driven through the heel. All right, side plank. Down we go. Straight into it. Shoulders down. Brace through the midline. Now, I'm not sure if you can hear, we've got pretty active bird life happening just outside the studio here, just outside our gym. There's a bit of a war going on between our magpies and our crows at the moment. All right, shoulders are pulled back and down. And hang clusters. So now we get into our clusters. So hang, meaning you start up, get it to your shoulders, squat and press. If you're feeling okay with the movement, you can be even faster. Catch straight down, but only do that if you're catching it with a good squat position of the hips being back. Otherwise, take your time. Be precise. Last one. Right, we're now planking on the other side. Straight down, into it, hips up, shoulders back and down. That's it. So we should be breathing a little bit now. If you're not breathing, heavy, go faster. You can do it. Just be precise with the technique. Oh! Rightio. Now, we've gone blank for a moment. Our elevated rows. Start with your non-dominant side. Get in that push-up position and squeeze. Go for 5. And then hustle across. Other side. Keep squeezing the shoulder blade together. Quick transitions. All right, then we go alternating V-ups. We have a rest after this. 45 seconds. Now, I should say if that's a bit ruthless, you can pull one knee in with more of a bend fashion and try and get the hips up as high as you can, shoulders up as high as you can. If you're going all right, go for the full V-up option. 2 down, 1 to go. So again, it's an aerobic session. I need to stress, this is different to our afterburn and our sweat. Our afterburn, the muscles burn, basically. We're really short of breath and we're working for it. So I'd say a sweat session such as this, it's about getting dew on the brow, getting a bit short of breath. That's what we're at, but we're at a pace that we could maintain. We want our first, our second, and our third round to look all very similar. All right, let's get ready for our planks. All right, you know the drill by now. Let's start with our thighs. Squeeze those. Clench your butt. Tuck your tail down. Pull the elbows to the toes. Pull the toes to the elbows and hold. We've got 20 seconds remaining. Keep it tight. Go on, we've only got around about 4 minutes of work left. 4 minutes of work, then we're done. All right, so this is the beauty about it. Under 15 minutes, and you'll be amazed at the results that you get. All right, sprint lunge, up we get. Like the magic is in the regularity here. Being able to consistently put in effort day after day. It's not about burning bright for a session, putting in a monstrous session, and then cooking yourself. It's about doing the little things, day in and day out, such as a 15-minute sweat session, like we're doing now, such as going at a pace that is not going to break you, but allows you to be precise with your movements. All right? We're very particular about moving. All right, clear plank. Very particular about moving with as good a mechanics as you can achieve. Are you going to be perfect? Heck no. If you're carrying injuries, that's from years of doing things incorrectly, or maybe a bit more of an acute thing where you've been involved in some sort of accident. But the legacy is, we want you moving as well as you can. In the very least, not doing any more damage. Right, clusters. And at the very best, building a really kick-ass fitness base. Right, back to our hand clusters. So, clean thruster. We're just aiming to move. Keep it going. You're doing well. You need that extra little bit of time in between. Have that deep breath. All right. Back to our side plank. All right, hips up, shoulders back and down, reaching nice and tall. We're nearly there. We've got our plank, elevated plank rows next. And All right, non-dominant side first. Go for 5. Quick hustle. Swap it over. You don't have to move if you're positioned. It's just about squeezing those shoulder blades together. Let's go through. We're nearly there. We've got enough time to pour a few more reps out yet. Just keep squeezing those shoulder blades as far together as possible. All right, and we are now bringing it home with our alternating V-up. Again, you may find a knee in with shorter shoulder movement is where it's at for you. That's fine. Keep moving steadily. And 14 minutes, 15 seconds, done and dusted. So from that end, great job. Well done. Should have a bit of dew coming off the brow. Should have the heart rate up. But listen, you should feel within about 5 minutes, you've recovered and you could go again. That means you've done our sweat sessions correctly. This is different to an afterburn. It's different to a shred. That's okay. We need to train all of these different pathways, metabolic pathways. Now, well done. Go hit a total body cool down. We've got a ton of options there, from the foam roller just to stretching flows. Go hit it, but signing out. And as always, great job.